There is a building in Sydney so structurally complex that the engineers had to invent entirely new mathematics just to make it stand. The Sydney Opera House took 14 years to build, ran 14 times over budget, and nearly destroyed the career of the architect who designed it. And yet today, it is one of the most recognized structures on Earth. Jørn Utzon, the Danish architect who won the design competition in 1957, was working with shell-shaped roof forms that no existing engineering method could calculate. The solution came when he realized each shell could be derived from the surface of a single sphere, a geometric breakthrough that unlocked the entire construction. He never saw the finished building. He resigned in 1966 after a political dispute and never returned to Australia. But Sydney's story begins long before that moment. The Gadigal people of the Eora Nation have lived on this harbor for at least 30,000 years, one of the longest continuous human habitations of any city on Earth. When the first fleet arrived in 1788 and established the colony of New South Wales, it became the oldest European settlement in Australia. The harbor itself is extraordinary. Port Jackson, Sydney's natural harbor, is one of the deepest and most navigable natural harbors in the world, stretching over 55 square kilometers of sheltered water. The Sydney Harbour Bridge, completed in 1932, was for decades the widest long-span bridge on the planet. Locals simply call it the coat hanger. Then there are the beaches. Bondi Beach draws over 2.5 million visitors every year to just 1 kilometer of sand. The coastal walk from Bondi to Coogee winds for 6 kilometers along sandstone cliffs above the Pacific Ocean. A landscape so striking it feels sculpted by a creator's deliberate hand. Sydney is home to over 5 million people from more than 250 countries, making it one of the most ethnically diverse cities in the world. Over 40% of its residents were born overseas. And here is the fact that lingers. Sydney is actually not the capital of Australia. That title belongs to Canberra, a city purpose-built in 1913 specifically to settle the rivalry between Sydney and Melbourne. A city this magnificent, and it still lost the argument. Some places are simply too alive to need a title.